Standard 10th, History, Chapter 5, Social and Religious Reform Movements in the 19th Century. Introduction. The influence of Western ideas in creating a new awakening in the 19th century, British India. English education introduced with the object of producing clerks. A new English educated middle class came under the influence of Western ideas and thoughts. Christianity also had its effect on the newly emerging middle class. The educated middle class began to take a lead in political as well as in reform movements. The Indian reformers were quite hesitant to subject their old ideas and habits. The reformers made an attempt to combine both Indian and Western cultures. Their ideas and their actions helped to move social evils such as sati, female infanticide, child marriage, and other superstitious beliefs. The reform movement of the 19th century fall under two broad categories. They are reformist movement and revivalist movement. The reformist movement, Brahma Samaj, Prarthana Samaj, the Aligarh movement. The revivalist movement, Arya Samaj, Ramakrishna Mission, Deoband movement. The reformers like Jyotiba Phule in Pune, Sri Narayana Guru and Ayyankali in Kerala, Ramalinga Adigal and Ayodhi Dasar of Tamil Nadu. Rajaram Mohan Roy and Brahma Samaj. Rajaram Mohan Roy was one of the earlier reformers with Western ideas to bring reforms. He was a great scholar. He learnt Sanskrit, Arabic, Persian and English. Apart from his mother tongue was Bengali. He was influenced by monotheism and anti-idolatry. Monotheism means believe in only one God. Idolatry means not worshipping any idols. He argued that all ancient texts of Hindus preached monotheism or worship of one God. He was concerned with the customs of sati, child marriage and polygamy. He petitioned the government. He advocated the rights of widows to remarry. He wanted polygamy to end. He played a key role in forcing the Governor General William Bentinck legislation abolishing sati in 1829. He gave his full support to the introduction of English language and Western science in schools and colleges. Rajaram Mohan Roy founded the Brahma Samaj on 20th August 1828. The Samaj forbade idol worship and condemned meaningless rituals, rites and ceremonies. Maharishi Debendranath Tagore. After the death of Rajaram Mohan Roy, Maharishi Devendranath Tagore, the poet Rabindranath Tagore's father, carried on the work. He laid 4 articles of faith. In the beginning, there was nothing. The one supreme being alone existed who created the universe. He alone is the God of truth, infinite wisdom, goodness and power, eternal, omnipresent, the one without second. Our salvation depends on belief in Him and in His worship in this world. And the next, belief consists in loving Him and doing His will. Keshab Chandra Sen. Devendranath was a moderate reformer. Keshab Chandra Sen joined the movement in 1856. A split occurred in Brahma Samaj. Keshab left the Samaj and founded a new organization, and later came to be known as Adi Brahma Samaj. He condemned child marriage, opposed child marriage, left the Brahma Samaj and started Sadharan Samaj. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, an outstanding reformer in Bengal. Vidyasagar argued that Hindu scriptures were progressive. He provided evidence from scriptures that there was no sanction for burning of widows and the remarriage of widows. He played a leading role in promoting education of girls, setting up of number of schools for the betterment of the child widows of the Hindu society. The Widow Remarriage Reform Act of 1856 was passed. This act was to improve the lot of child widows and to save them. Widow remarriage, Sati. Prarthana Samaj. Prarthana Samaj was founded in Bombay in 1867. Dr. Atmaram Pandurang was the founder. The 2 members of the Samaj were R.C. Bhandarkar and Justice Mahadev Govinda Ranade. They devoted themselves to activities such as intercaste dining, widow remarriage, intercaste marriage, and improvement of women and depressed classes. Hindu revivalism. Swami Dayanand Saraswati. He founded the Arya Samaj. The Arya Samaj was founded by Swami Dayanand Saraswati in 1875. He later settled in Punjab. His book Satyartha Prakash was a wide circulation. He declared the practices such as child marriage, the prohibition of widow remarriage, and polluting effects of foreign travel. He also rejected superstitious beliefs in Hinduism. And his cry was, "Go back to Vedas." Shuddhi movement. The great movement started by Swami Dayanand Saraswati. Hindus who had converted to Islam and Christianity can reconvert themselves to the same religion. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was a simple priest of Dakshineshwar near Kolkata. He was a worshipper of goddess Kali, the sacred mother. He said, Jiva is Shiva, all living beings are God. Service for man must be regarded as God. After his death, his disciples organized themselves as a religious community and undertook task of making his life and teaching known in India and abroad. Vivekananda established the Ramakrishna mission. It did not restrict itself to religious activities, but involved in education, healthcare, and relief in times of calamities. Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda's original name was Narendra Nath Datta. He was the prime follower of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. He advocated the practical Vedanta of service to humanity. He made a call to Indian youth to regenerate Hindu society and a sense of self-confidence among Indians. He became famous for his addresses on Hinduism at the 1893 World Congress of Religions in Chicago. He was condemned by Orthodox Hindus. Vivekananda rekindled the desire of political change among many Western education young Bengalis. Many of the youths who were involved in militant nationalist struggle during the Swadeshi movement following the partition of Bengal were inspired by Vivekananda. Theosophical movement. The Theosophical movement was founded by Madam H.P. Blavatsky and Colonel H.S. Olcott. They founded it in USA in 1875 and it was shifted to India at Adayar in Chennai in 1886. A study of Hindu classics from Bhagavad Gita and Upanishads. It played an important role in revival of Buddhism in India. Contribution of Annie Besant. Annie Besant as its president after the death of H.S. Olcott. She played a role in Indian nationalist politics. She formed the Home Rule League, demanding home rule to India. Annie Besant spread theosophical ideas through her newspapers called New India and Commonweal. Anti-caste movements. Jyotiba Phule. Jyotiba Govindrao Phule was born in 1827 in Maharashtra. He opened the first school for untouchables in 1852 in Pune. He launched Satyasodak Samaj. He opposed child marriage and supported widow remarriage. Jyotiba and his wife Savitribai Phule devoted their lives for the uplift of the depressed classes and women. Jyotiba opened orphanages and homes for widows. Sri Narayana Guru. He was born to a poor parents in Kerala. He was a poet and a scholar in Malayalam, Tamil and Sanskrit. He fought for the lower caste people. He dedicated his whole life for the betterment of the oppressed. He set up the Sri Narayana Dharma Paripalana Yogam. He established a grand temple at Arivipuram. Thinkers and writers such as Kumaran Ashan and Dr. Palpu were influenced by his ideas. Ayyankali. Ayyankali was born in 1863 at Venganur in Thiruvananthapuram. The discrimination he faced as a child turned him into a leader of an anti-caste movement. He fought for the basic rights including access to public spaces and entry to schools. Ayankali founded the Sadhu Jana Paripalana Sangam. Islamic reforms. The Muslim community feared that Western education, Western culture, and Western ideas would be risk to their religion. Therefore, Muslims accepted the new avenues for modern education. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, born in Delhi into a noble Muslim family. He thought modern education will harm the Muslims. He asked the Muslims to accept Western science and take up government services. He translated many English books, especially science books, into Urdu. He advised the Muslims to take to English education and to concentrate on it. The Aligarh movement. Syed Ahmad Khan's movement was Aligarh movement. It was centered around the Aligarh Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College founded by him in 1875. Deoband movement. Deoband movement was a revivalist movement by Orthodox Muslim ulemas. Parsi reform movement. Furdunji Nauroji founded the Rahnumai Mazdayansan Sabha, Parsis Reform Society. Ras Gofta, the Truth Teller. Behramji Malabari organized a campaign for legislation against the practice of child marriage. The community produced many leaders such as Feroz Shah Mehta, who played a big role in early Congress. Sikh Reform Movement. Baba Dayal Das, founder of Nirankari movement, stressed the worship of God as Nirankar. Nirankar means formless. Rejection of idols, rejection of rituals associated with idolatry. The Namdari movement. The Namdari movement founded by Baba Ram Singh, another social religious movement. The Namdaris insisted on wearing the symbol of Sikhism except the kirpan. Kirpan means sword. Instead, Baba Ram Singh wanted his followers to carry a lathi. The authority of Guru Nanak and of Adi Granth form the essence of his teachings. Its main objective was to restore the purity of Sikhism. Both men and women equal and accepted widow remarriage, prohibited the dowry system and child marriage. With the support of British, it established Khalsa College for the Sikhs in Amritsar. Singh Sabha was a forerunner of Akali movement. Social reformers of Tamil Nadu. Ramalinga Swamigal. Ramalinga Swamigal was born in Marudur, a village near Chidambaram. After his father's death, his family moved to his brother's house at Chennai. He had no formal education. Ramalinga emphasized the bonds of responsibility and compassion between living beings. He expressed the view that those who had lacked compassion for suffering beings are hard-hearted, their wisdom clouded. He showed his compassion and mercy on all living beings, including plants. He established Samarasa Veda Sanmarga Sangam in 1865 and it was renamed Samarasa Suddha Sanmarga Satya Sangha. Society for Pure Truth in Universal Selfhood. Satyajnana Sabha, he started it at Vadalur. His songs were compiled and published under the title Thiru Arudpa, Songs of Grace. Ayodhidasar. Pandidar Ayodhidasar was a radical, a Tamil scholar, a writer, a Siddha medicine practitioner, a journalist, and a social political activist. He learned Tamil, English, Sanskrit, and Pali language. He worked for the development of the untouchables. He considered education as an important tool for empowerment. It became the driving force behind the establishment of several schools for the untouchables in Tamil Nadu. Ayodhidasar founded the Adavananda Sabha to raise the voice for the temple entry of the untouchables. In 1882, John Rathinam and Ayodhidasar established Dravidar Kazhagam. They launched a magazine called Dravida Pandiyan. He was influenced by Theosophist organizer Colonel H.S. Olcott. He went to Sri Lanka in 1898 and converted to Buddhism. He founded the Sakya Buddhist Society at Madras to reconstruct the rational religious philosophy through Buddhist religion. He started a weekly journal, Oru Paisa Tamilan, in 1907 and published it until his demise or death in 1914. With this, come to the end of the lesson. Thank you.